People, JP here with JP is Cichlid Crazy, and we're going to talk about how to breed convict cichlids, okay? And as you can see here, I have a male and female pair, and they currently have fry in here. They're growing out probably a few hundred fry that are in here. Probably, I'd say 200 to 300 well-established, healthy fry in this tank. They're all over the place. We'll talk about why I got a divider here in a minute. We'll go ahead and just talk about it now while I try and find this female in here. The female is going to be somewhere on this side of the tank. She's going to be somewhere over here, I believe, unless she come over here, which I wouldn't know why she would want to. I mean, there's more fry back here. I don't know why she would want to come over to this side. She's over here somewhere. So, and if you guys were wondering why I haven't made a video in about a week to 2 weeks, a little bit over a week, is because I went on a little vacay. As may some of you know, picked up in some of my videos, what I do for a living is I manage a 150,000 square foot storage company, 4 stories tall storage company. Me and my girlfriend manage it. Just me and her, and we manage this large building, over 1,000 customers, over 1,000 storage units, 4 feet tall. I have to manage all business aspects, all money aspects, and all maintenance aspects. And you know, I just took it over. It was really neglected when I took it over. I got it back to where it needs to be, the occupancy level. I'm doing real well, and I just been working really hard. So I had to take a vacation short notice, and I just had to do it. Me and my girlfriend went down south. I'm in Florida, in North Florida, so we went down south, see my parents down in Cocoa Beach, and went down further down south, and you know, took us a vacation. And I didn't really text anybody, hit anybody up. So, but we're going to go ahead and get into this. So, as you can see, I have a male and female convict cichlid in there. The female is going to be on this side right here. The male is over here. He's making appearances, as you can see him over there. What's going on is when I come back to a female whose fins were almost completely gone. And he was just beating on her bad. I believe he was beating on her because he was wanting to spawn again and mate again, and she was probably not wanting to. So, and if I would have let it go on any longer, I would have probably had a dead female. So what I did was I divided it, and this little punk male cichlid here, as you can see, I had to put this drip. There she is. There she is. Let's see if she's gonna. There she is. See her in the back there. I wish she would come up so you could see her fins and see how bad he did her. And she is such a beautiful convict female. Tons of oranges, blues, and teals in the top fins and bottom fins, and a real bright orange belly. He just really did her wrong. As you can see, I had this initial middle piece, and then he was getting through the side over there, squeezing through, scraping himself to get through back over there to beat her up. So I put that piece, and then I had to put the driftwood up against it, and finally got him to chill out, and he can't get over across. Here he is. Look at this beautiful male. I wish he would show. Oh, look at him with his long dorsal and anal fins. Look at him. He is a beast. He's getting pissed off that we're looking at him right now. So, as you can see, he was trying to even dig up under it. I mean, he's really mad right now that he can't get to this female, and I'm really mad that I have a male that is beating on a female. So, but that's the reason why the divider. It's going to be divided for a while. I got lots of fry in there. I don't need them to have any more eggs. I put some Melifix in there, and I'm going to continue to dose them hard with that so her fins get some rapid growth back, and we'll figure it out from there. But let's go ahead and start off real quick. How to breed convict cichlids. It's real standard. You know, the easiest. This is it is the easiest cichlid to breed. What you do, in my opinion, these are all my opinions, is of course you want your water levels to be where they need to be at. Nitrates and nitrites at 0 or really close to 0. You want your water temperatures at 76 to 78, 79 degrees. You want your pH at about 76 degrees. And you want to give them plenty of hiding spots, plenty of spots to lay eggs, which is wood, pots. They love to lay eggs on the side of pots. All mine that I had never laid eggs on the inside. They lay eggs right on the outside and fan them. And so you want to have plenty of spots for them to lay eggs. You want to have sand that they could dig out, or grab, or pebbles, small pebbles, because the male's going to want and female's going to want to dig out, just like he did right there. They're going to want to dig to a flat bottom so they could turn sideways and spawn. And you know, you want your water parameters good. Just like I said, 0 nitrates and nitrites. You want them right where they need to be at. You want your pH to be about 7.6, right where it needs to be at for convicts. You want your water temperatures right around 76 to 78 degrees, and you want to have them plenty of homing areas in there for them to swim around and claim their territory, and you know, for them to lay eggs on. You want a nice flat surface. That's why I put the pots in there for them to lay eggs on. They'll even lay the eggs on the driftwood. You know, and then once the eggs become wigglers, they will hide the wigglers down in a spot of a holy driftwood, which they did right over here in this area. My tank's cloudy because I was all up in it. I know you can't see it, but there's a whole area right in there where they, let's see if I can show you, where they had put their eggs, and you're not going to be able to see it, where they had put their wigglers when the eggs hatched and become wigglers. You know, this is one of the easiest cichlids, well, just like I said earlier, the easiest cichlid to breed, the Convict Cichlid. And how you want to get started with finding a pair is, some people, I see people on here, of course I looked at videos how to bring convicts, and some people I see say, and I've done this, my first cichlid I ever kept was a convict, okay, and say, oh, just go buy a male and female, okay, and you can, and you're gonna get a highly rate that they're gonna breed, but sometimes they're not compatible, you know, just like what's going on here. These guys chose each other actually, but just like what's going on in here, I never had a male beat the female like he's doing. Sometimes they're just not compatible, and you know, and so what you do is you buy about 5 convicts. You get your 2 males, 3 females. You stick them in the tank that they're going to breed in. Now, if you're going to do it that way, you don't want a 10 or 20 gallon. This is a 30 gallon sea clear rimless tank, and you know you want your 30 gallon or a little bit bigger, 40. If you're going to do it that, once you find your pair, you can go to a smaller tank. But what you want to do is you want to get about 5 or 6 convicts. Ratio probably 2 males, 3 to 4 females, and you give them a time span. You give them about 2 weeks to 4 weeks, and you let them pick their mate, and you'll definitely know the pair when they paired up and are going to stay paired up, because they will pick an area in there. They'll pick a pod or an area or a corner or something like that, and they will defend it, and you will know the male and female, because all the other male and female pair, because all the other ones won't show too much color, and they will be getting ran around by the male and female. Then what you do is you get the other 3 that you have left, 2 or 3 that you have left, and you find someone or bring them back to your local fish store and give them to somebody, or give them back to your local fish store, because no one's going to come and buy a $2 convict cichlid from you. So you give it back to the home it come from, or find someone you know who will take them and give them to them and give them a good home. Definitely don't flush them down the toilet. And so if you follow those few steps, you'll have a tank full of fry like I do. You know, give them a good home, make the layout and substrate. Look at him over there. He's pissed, man. He's biting at this gate. He's biting at my algae fish that are in there. You do exactly what I said. You give them a good home, a good substrate, a good decoration in there, all natural. You know, and you're gonna have a happy pair. And you're going to have tons of convict fry. You're going to have happy convict fry. And then once your fries hatch, you know, for the first week when they're wigglers, the parents, you feed the parents, and you feed them, and you feed the parents, and the parents will then feed their wigglers. They'll crush it up in their mouth, and then they will spit it out and feed the wigglers. And then from there on, when they're free swimming like this, the parents still do the same thing, but what I do is I have New Life Spectrum, and I crush that up into tiny, like dust and tiny little, you know, pebbles or whatever you want to call it, and I feed it to them to where they could fit it in their mouth, and feed them a high quality food, and you're good to go. But here's another thing. What I do to prepare my convicts to breed before they have fry is I naturally do this anyways, and this is how I feed them, is I feed my convicts bloodworms. Nothing really else. I feed them bloodworms and New Life Spectrum pellets. I feed my convicts bloodworms 5 days a week. Okay, the other 2 days I'll feed them a small portion of New Life just to keep their colors nice and dense. But truly, a high protein bloodworm for these convicts is gonna get them in the mood. You're gonna feed them. They're gonna stay nice and plump, and they're gonna stay wanting to spawn. You know, breeding convicts, very simple. It's a great beginner cichlid. You get you a pair. You'll never be bored. You will always have convict fry. You may have to do small things like I had to do, and you know, split the tank up so the female could get away for the male for some time, get her own little vacation. She's over there teasing him right now. She know I set her up nice. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if soon enough that guy tries to jump over it. He is a bastard, but he is a beautiful bastard. Guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. Breeding convicts is simple. Again, this is a wonderful hobby. I hope you pick this up and get into it if you're debating on it. Get you a pair of convicts and you will immediately fall in love and truly enjoy them. And you know, even in a living room or something like that, to have a pair of convicts, it's a great tank. You keep it clean, and everybody who comes over is going to ask about it because there's going to be baby fish in there. You're going to have a beautiful pair with baby fish, and it's a great way to start a conversation with guests. And it's just a wonderful thing. If you have any questions on how to breed convicts, please comment or inbox me, and I'll be glad to answer any questions and help you out in any way needed. Again, JP with JP is Cichlid Crazy, and y'all stay wet.